The Fox 2.5 internal bypass shocks used on TRD Pros are some of the best dampers we've ever seen on a factory suspension system, which can make gaining some lift without killing your ride and performance pretty difficult. Any lift in the rear and any preload or spring lift in the front will take the shocks and struts out of their ideal ride zone, make ride harsh, and spacers, well, they just generate bind. Not to mention, most of the aftermarket coilovers and shocks out there can't hold a candle to the performance or comfort those factory shocks provide. So today, let's talk about the shocks we actually recommend for your TRD Pro. We recently had a TRD Pro 4Runner in to get the Fox 2.5 Factory Race Series coilovers and shocks they just released installed. They use the same 2.5 internal bypass design as the factory stuff, but they have bigger external reservoirs, dual speed compression adjusters, preload adjustment, and a little bit more travel. And despite seeing more like a lateral move, they ended up being a huge improvement in both comfort and stability when we tested them out. Fox also just released 3.0 internal bypass options for second and third gen Tundras, as well as fourth gen Tacomas. And when you're sure those sixth generation 4Runner parts coming soon as well, and with that extra half-inch of body size, we're pretty confident they're going to be an even bigger improvement. We can't talk about the best shocks for TRD Pros without talking about the best shocks we've tested so far, and those have to be the Bilstein 8112 and 8100 bypass shocks, particularly the DSA Plus shocks in front. Not only are they incredibly comfortable, handle great, but they really have more support and party harder than the rest of the Toyota they're attached to. We could do things in our Tacoma that shouldn't be possible, and sometimes we got to worry about the frame snapping in half, but not those Bilsteins. Now, a little lower priced option that may not be as good as the other two guys that go in fast, but is really great at lower speeds on the trail, are the all-new BP51s. They use a similar internal bypass design to the Foxes, but they have compression and rebound adjustment and a little bit more travel in the rear, which is always nice, and they seem to last a decent amount of time. Nowhere near as long as the Bilsteins, but more than most Foxes, and being a more travel-oriented shock makes it a really popular choice. The only shock designs that can keep up with something position sensitive are things that are electronically controlled, and while the SDIE clicks are killer, not only can you adjust them in the cab, they're always adjusting all the time, and the handling is amazing, the ride is great, and just like the 8112s, they got more performance on tap than the rest of the truck does. We haven't tested them, but another great option that is also electronically controlled are the Icon CDE Vs. Rumor has it they use a lot of the SDI stuff in them, so we know they gotta be pretty good. But if you have a TRD Pro and you want us to get you dialed in, make sure to give us a shout and we got you covered. And stay tuned over on YouTube because we'll be doing a deep dive on those brand new Fox 2.5 IBPs soon.